That's not a scarf. That's my sister. All right, guys, let's talk about the Xbox Series S in 2022. What is going to be the accessories that you need? Accessories. However you want to say it. Which accessories, which little itty bitty things are you going to need to make your gaming experience better? And let me start off this list of 5 with the first one, which is not really an accessory, but a service. Game Pass Ultimate. Not Game Pass, not Xbox Live Gold, not EA Play, but a combination of the 3. Game Pass Ultimate. What Game Pass Ultimate allows you to do is play all of the Game Pass games, all of EA Play's games, as well as bundles together the Xbox Live Gold service to allow you to play online for games that aren't free to play, and gives you a couple games a month to download to your account. What's nice about this service is it also allows you to play games on your PC if you're a PC gamer that are in the Game Pass category, or also play xCloud, so you can stream games off your phone that are ones you played on your Xbox. I've done a few of those and made some videos about it. You can check them out on my channel. But most of all, what this service allows you to do is play games out the box. Chances are if you purchase this system recently, you're going to have a card in there or a controller or whatever. They love giving away a free month of Game Pass Ultimate. And so you probably have your first free month. And also, they like to give it away for like $1 too. Me personally, I spend the $15 a month to have this service, even when I'm not using my system as much, because it is an incredible service and it allows me to, again, download those 2 free games every single month. The next thing you're gonna wanna get to store those games is gonna be external storage, because this thing right here has a measly 300 and something odd, like 336 or 338 gigs of storage actually usable once the system files are all installed. That's pretty gross. So with external storage, I personally have decided to opt for the just hard drive option. This is a 5 terabyte hard drive by Western Digital. Yes, it's Xbox branded. No, you don't need to do the same. And this isn't the only way you can store your games. You can store it one of 3 ways. On this, the slowest option, on the middle of the range, unnecessary SSD external, or the proprietary memory card. The differences between the 3 are pretty simple. This, you just store games on here. You cannot play optimized game, and it'll say it on the game, optimized for the Xbox Series X or Series S off of this thing, at least for the most part. I believe there are a handful of games that are optimized that you can still play. And now that doesn't really matter. There's few games you can play off the hard drive that are optimized, probably aren't going to be the ones you're going to play often. Now, the thing that you need to know is that downloading games onto this and then transferring them onto your system is going to take significantly less time than it would be to delete and re-download from whatever store you need to download it from. So this option ends up being really, really awesome. The chances that you're going to want to play 4 separate games in the same gaming session, that you're not going to want to sit for 10 minutes and transfer one game on and off, is very, very low. And if you do swap that much between games that regularly, then you might want to go for the memory card option, not even the SSD option. I think the SSD option is a waste of money because it decreases the load times, and the download times, upload times are like 15%, but the price is well over double. So 5 terabytes for $110. I think that's a great deal. The next thing you're gonna wanna look into is getting yourself a gaming headset. Yes, not just a pair of headphones, but specifically a gaming headset. I personally use the Razer Black Shark V2s, but this one, full disclosure, is specifically designed for the PlayStation 5 and also works with the Nintendo Switch. The reason is I use my PlayStation 5 more than my Xbox Series S when it comes to multiplayer, so that is something that I decided to opt for. This is a wireless headset, but if I wanted to use it with my Xbox, all I'd have to do is plug in the cable I got with it and plug it directly into my Xbox controller, and it works fine. It doesn't have the crazy spatial THX, whatever they want to call the audio that the PlayStation has, but realistically, that insane sound design and all that stuff, all these headsets get so close that you're really not going to hear the difference. Gaming headsets are so good now that you're not going to need to spend the $150, $160 on a headset to get good enough audio. They're fine. But just whatever you do, stop using your Apple headphones. Stop using your Skull Candy headphones because there's such an aggressive echo. It sounds terrible. Get yourself a gaming headset. You'll appreciate it more. And most of all, the people you play multiplayer with will appreciate it more. It really, really isn't that expensive. And I've listed below all of the different things that I'm talking about. They are affiliate links, so that helps the channel out, helps me out if you buy them there, but don't feel obligated to buy anything. You don't need to, honestly. You don't have to buy any of these things. You can do whatever you want with it. But they are listed there for your convenience. The next thing I'm going to recommend, and this isn't for everybody, this is kind of over the top, is a portable monitor. I've recently been testing out multiple portable monitors. I think it's kind of fun. It's fun for me. It is absolutely unnecessary and not for everybody, but you can get some of these portable monitors for very, very few dollars. Weird way of saying it, but I was on a roll. This right here is the Interview 14-inch 4K monitor, but the Xbox Series S doesn't do 4K, so you don't need to spend that much money on them. These come in all shapes and sizes, most of them 1080 and most of them at 60 frames per second. So for the most part, you're fine with your Xbox Series S because most games aren't going to be more than 1080 60. These things are fun, they're great, and you can power them directly off of your Xbox Series S, which is a lot of fun, and it's cool to be able to bring your Xbox Series S to other locations and play. Again, super unnecessary, but I think is a really, really fun option, and there are more and more companies coming out with these, and they're like $100, $150. So if you're like, you know what, I want to get a portable monitor, they're great. Full disclosure, the audio on these is awful. So you're absolutely going to want to use that gaming headset or just a standard pair of headphones if you're not playing online to get that gaming audio. But other than that, these things are pretty sick. Now, if I'm helping you out at all, it'd be great if you hit that like button. If you hit the subscribe, you'll get more and more tips like these. Also, other gaming news, reviews, all the nonsense. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this thing. Yes, I've been doing this for a year, but by no means have I figured it out. It's hard for me. I'm going through like a midlife, mid-console, mid-channel crisis. So any help I can get, positive comments below do help me. Now let's get to the fifth and final thing I think every single gamer needs who has a brand new Xbox Series S, and that is, yes, a second controller. Now, I don't think that you need to get a crazy elite controller, and if you're looking to get a crazy elite controller, I made videos specific for that, but I think that every single gamer needs to have a second controller. It just makes it more fun if you have friends come over and you want to play a two-player game, or if for some reason something happens to your original controller and you want to change it up, and you need to change it up because nothing's working, you have that second controller good to go. I personally love the Design Labs version because for me, it feels nice to have my own customized controller, but there's so many different options there for you. And you know what? Let me save you even more time. If you watch this video right here, you're going to actually get all the different controllers that you could purchase for your Xbox Series S in price order. Let me do the work for you. That's my job. All right, guys. Happy gaming.